Dylan Wang, the name that once echoed through the hearts of millions, has now spoken his goodbye. But this isn't just the end of a chapter, it feels like the closing of an era. Before we go further, make sure you subscribe and stay connected, because stories like these deserve to be remembered. Born Wang Hedi, Dylan Wang didn't rise to fame overnight. From a small-town boy with big dreams to a global icon, his story has been one of persistence, passion, and profound vulnerability. His farewell wasn't just a moment, it was a culmination. A delicate blend of everything he'd carried with him all these years: joy, pressure, love, exhaustion. It was in his voice, in his eyes, and, finally, in his tears. The world met Dylan as Dao Mingxi in the remake of Meteor Garden, a role that catapulted him from relative obscurity into the limelight. His portrayal was bold and unforgettable. He became a symbol of youth, rebellion, and unexpected tenderness. Fans adored him, critics acknowledged his potential, and his career exploded. But few saw what lay behind the curtain. The long nights. The relentless schedules. The cost of being perfect in a world that never stops watching. His farewell message came quietly. There was no extravagant press release, no manufactured drama. Just him, raw, real, and breaking. He stood before the camera, not as a celebrity, but as a human being at the end of something he once called everything. His voice, usually steady and charming, quivered. He tried to smile, the same way he'd smiled through interviews, red carpets, and curtain calls. But this time, it didn't hold. The tears came, uncontrollable, honest, and devastatingly sincere. Why do we cry when our idols cry? Maybe because for years, we've seen ourselves in them. We've escaped through their performances, healed through their art, and grown up alongside their journey. Dylan wasn't just a celebrity. He was a companion in the background of our lives. And in his tears, we recognized the weight of goodbye, the kind that's too heavy to hold alone. As he wiped his face with trembling hands, he spoke not like an actor leaving a role, but like a boy letting go of a dream. "I gave it everything," he whispered. "And now, it's time." There was no bitterness, only gratitude and heartbreak. Gratitude for the fans who supported him relentlessly. Heartbreak for the version of himself he had to leave behind. The industry can be brutal. The spotlight glamorous, yes, but blinding. Dylan had always carried himself with grace. He handled fame with a maturity beyond his years. But fame is a lonely place when you're no longer sure who you are outside of it. The masks we wear to survive the world can become cages. And sometimes, stepping in his final address, he thanked everyone. Not just his team, not just the industry, but the fans who made it all possible. "You gave me wings," he said, voice cracking, "and for that, I will always be grateful." There was a stillness after that. A silence thick with emotion, where nothing needed to be said. It was the kind of silence that says everything. So, what happens now? For Dylan, perhaps peace. Rest. Time. Time to be someone other than who the world expects. Time to reconnect with his roots, with laughter that isn't scripted, with mornings that don't begin on set. Deep down, we all know what it's like to outgrow a space, to chase a dream so hard it begins to blur who we are. Dylan reminded us that stepping away isn't quitting. Sometimes, it's the most beautiful kind of growth. So, here's to Dylan Wang. To the boy who became a star and chose to walk away while the world was still watching. To the man who dared to cry on camera, not for sympathy, but because he was finally free enough to feel. To the artist who left not with a scandal, not with drama, but with integrity, emotion, and undeniable grace. As fans, we don't say goodbye, we say thank you. For the roles that moved us, the laughter that uplifted us, the strength that inspired us. For reminding us that it's okay to stop. To pause. To heal. And when you're ready, Dylan, whatever you do next, wherever you go, we'll be here. In the meantime, let's hold on to what he's taught us. To live truthfully. To love deeply. And to never be afraid of tears. Because in the end, tears are not weakness, they're the final proof that it all mattered. And it did. every moment, every word, every goodbye. Thank you, Dylan. We'll never forget.